Alrighty, so back working on the tractor. I'm going to attempt to do a cold start and then try to see if the generator, because this is not an alternator, this is an old style brush DC generator. Going to try to see if the old brush DC generator is still kicking. So for starts, I'm going to start the tractor and then just throw the voltmeter on the battery up under there and see if it's producing voltage there. If that's the case, then I'm going to just start working on replacing all the wiring, because all the wiring here is just toast. It's sun faded, it's cracked, it's old, it needs fixed. So that's what my start's going to be there for, the wiring. If there's no voltage on the battery, I'm going to just test all the points on the alternator, or generator, sorry. And if there's no voltage there, then I'm going to shut the tractor off, pull the belt off to the generator, and look at the because I know on these you can use them as a DC motor, and I believe you connect the positive to the armature winding and you ground it out, and it should spin just as a DC motor. So if there's no power, I'm going to do that and see if the generator's working, and if not, then try to diagnose it and fix it. So without further ado, let's do the cold start here. I'm going to try to get you guys seeing the exhaust pipe here, and I don't know where I can set you. This looks good. We'll set you on the ground here. Put some earplugs in and see how it goes. We are recording. I have about 2 glow plugs working, and because it ran away the first time, I still haven't put the clamps back on the turbo. And I have a flat board here. In case it does run, I can cover the turbo if it tries to run away. So check the oil real quick. They're full. See if she will shoot. Holding the glow plugs down. This does have glow plugs. I'm not a fan of using ether to start an engine. Takes about 60 seconds holding the glow plugs down. I measured the resistance across the glow plugs, and 3 of the glow plugs have open resistance, 1 has super high, and the other 2 are correct. So it's probably only got about 2 glow plugs that are working, so that also isn't good, but can tell it wants to go. So typically if you just hold it long enough, it'll get going on those 2 cylinders and it'll start popping on the rest of the cylinders. I don't know if it's going to go. I might have to get the battery charger and jump start it, so. Beautiful day up here, though. Weather's nice out. It's supposed to rain later today. Almost went there. start. So I'm not too worried. The smoke's blackening up. When we first started this, it tried to run away on us the first start. Sorry, I have earplugs in. If I'm yelling, I might have to cut the audio down. Well, nice and cold. We have great oil pressure. Even on the glow plugs, they don't go up to okay. But I don't think the batteries will be charging because I know this gauge used to work about 5 years ago when it broke down. But it doesn't say charging, so just for the simplest test build this week, seeing what kind of voltage we have down here on the battery. Yes, I know this isn't a big enough battery. This is all we have around, and I'm gonna put one of the nice big, probably two. I'll either do 2 smaller batteries or get one really big battery, nice big tractor battery for this. Or I think originally this had 2 6-volt batteries is what this would have had in it, but I'm not going to do that. So I got the fluke out here. Let's drop this here. I hope you guys can see that. Negative. Positive. Leads on here. So I don't know if you can see this, but I only have 12.5 volts at the battery. Yeah, we're still at 12.5. Not to 12.4. Come back down here to low idle. Still smoking. This thing just has not been ran for so long. I'm hoping the smoke clears out, but we'll find out. So I'm gonna switch my leads here on my voltmeter. Grab my lead kit here. I have some alligator clamp leads that I like because I can clamp them. I can clamp the leads on the bolt to the alternator or generator. I keep calling this an alternator, but it's actually a generator. So here's my leads. I'll link these in Amazon. They're fantastic for the price. Okay, so I got a good ground. I'll move you guys here. There's the generator, so I'm going to put the clamp here on the bottom. There. So right now it's not looking positive for the generator. I have an alternator I can swap on this pretty easy, but I would kind of like to keep this as original as possible. If not, you can make a real easy wind turbine out of those old generators, so that might be what I do with them. With that one, rebuild it, make a wind turbine. But I'm gonna do the, see if it spins with the brush DC. Pull this off. So I'll catch you up when I get all the leads hooked up before I start it, so we'll find out. Alrighty, so just looking in here, I haven't turned it on yet. Let me hook my positive up to the battery here. And my negative's all good. I'll do the got sparks. So they were just using test leads like this, I read online. And you should be able to loosen the fan belt, so, and the battery's out of the tractor, so it's not going to crank touching the fan belt in here. Made sure before I put my hand by the fan belt, unhooked everything, so that can spin freely. So they say you should be able to hook it up to the one of these windings here, and it should be able to spin the motor over. So I'm gonna hook my ground up here where I know it's got a good ground, and I'm gonna touch the, I believe it's the armature. Oh, 1 second. It almost looked like it attempted to move. I thought it wasn't gonna, because it wasn't making any voltage. Get this belt off. Oh, belts are fun. I'm not a big fan of belts. I mean, there are big fan of belts. That was a bad pun. I'm sorry. Come on off. My luck is something's gonna break here. There we go. Belt's off. So, negative here. And you hook this up here. Got my test lead kit. Should really put this on, see how much amperage it's drawing. But I unhooked the wires here to the alternator because they're shot. So we'll just see. Do not have a good ground. Where can I ground it to this thing? That looks like a good spot to ground. Positive terminal came off. That would battery off the battery up here. So what you want to do, you want to find the one of these that is the armature. So that's this one. No, the armature is this one. So that for me is the yellow wire. Wow, that's loose. And you jump it to there, and then you transfer over to the green one once the motor started. If it starts. Which it does not. Oh. Well, it turns, but it turns slowly. I saw one guy hook these together. Hey! So it works a little. I really wonder if I just didn't have a good contact on it when I was trying to check the voltage. Hook this from the battery. Maybe I should start the tractor up and check the voltage again. I don't know. I've never worked with DC generators. I've only worked with alternators. Oh, gosh darn, that's tight. Tighten the belt up. We're good there. Credit. Looks like it's going to start raining. I know. I think that's going to do it for today's episode. So it's got life in it. It still spins over when you give power, which is good. That's what they said you want. So I need to go do more research on these, get my electrical book out. I'm not quite sure how to test it. I would have thought there would have been some kind of voltage on either of these lines while the engine was running, but there wasn't. So, and there's no voltage at the battery, and the wiring's hooked up. Granted, it's bad, and there could have been easily an issue with the bad wiring. Here's what the brushes look like. Come here, brush. Careful. Ooh, brush spring. Just want to look at the brushes here. Oh, the brush doesn't look too bad. It's still got lots of life left. I bet you I just didn't have a good connection. Yeah, I don't see why this thing, because these are all jacked up down here, these connections. So I'm gonna vote that maybe I didn't have, oh, this ground wire too isn't hooked up down here, so maybe that has something to do with it. So I might pull this back apart. I'm gonna go put my tools in the shop because it looks like it's about ready to start raining up here. Now, crud, the spring closed. Now I gotta get it open. But I'm gonna go put my tools in the shop, and this video might come out before the first start. When we started this, like I said, it tried to run away on us. It was one of those things where we got the rod bearings in, and I really wanted to do the video, but then 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, it just started going together, and camera battery was dead, and I'd spilled oil on my phone, so the screen was completely covered in oil, and it didn't want to record, so then we just started it. And I didn't really get the YouTube video, the first start that I wanted, so I apologize, guys, for that, but so no first start. I'm gonna figure out how this brush came out of here now. I don't wanna just suck put this brush back in here wrong after I find out it's good. Okay, that's right, that's how it was. We're good. So anyways, hope the 12 minutes of the cold start on the TD9, sorry. TD9 with a D282 diesel engine. Got a can of American Freedom here. If you watch Cleus McFarland, I kind of just stole that from him, but anyways. So, yeah. This is going to be kind of the new project for a while on the YouTube channel. And the Geo's here. It's just waiting for Mason to come up and work on it. Chickens. I need to do an update video. The chickens are getting huge. But yeah, the tracks are loose on this, so I mean, they're loose. They're in good shape. But I got myself the cheater bar. And if I try to put it on here, oh, needeth this out of here. Oh, it doesn't move. I'll get my tripod opened up here. I am totally gonna give you guys vertigo at this point. Like, literally gonna give you vertigo. Set this here. I hope I'm in the frame. Attempt to... Oh! Yeah. So I've been spraying ATF and WD-40 on that, trying to get it break free, but I can clean up my mess before it rains.